Canon has just announced their new 7070, so what on earth is that about? The announcement of the 7070 may be surprising or confusing for some people. I bet a lot of you are wondering why on earth would Canon release a new camera that is ranked lower down in the lineup. So in today's video, I'm going to try my best to simplify what on earth the 7070 is and also compare it against the 80D, because for me it's practically a stepped down version of the 80D. Now, I'm not entirely sure why Canon went with the name 7070, not the 78D, not the 75D, not the 73.142D. But if we look at it as of overall, I'm going to emphasize the keyword overall, it is in general a better camera than the 70D, however inferior to the 80D. Picture the 7070 as a 80D with cheaped out hardware. In terms of pricing, the 7070 is practically an economy version of the 80D. As of now, the pricing on B&H for the 80D is $1,100 and the 7070 is the same price as the 70D at $900. So I guess Canon sort of wants it like, I want to get the 80D. But if I get it, I'm gonna go broke. So I'm gonna go for the 7070, which is still gonna make me broke, but less broke compared to getting the 80D. Now, the reason why I say the 7070 is a spec down of the 80D is because it practically has the same specifications as the 80D, but with a few exceptions. Now, the first one, which is probably going to be the strongest deal breaker for me, is the viewfinder. The 7070 uses a Pentamirror viewfinder as opposed to a pentaprism. It is also the one and only DSLR currently in the double-digit D lineup to have a Pentamirror viewfinder. Even the Canon EOS 10D dating all the way back to 2003 has a pentaprism viewfinder. In a nutshell, pentaprism viewfinders are bigger and brighter. On the 7070, the Pentamirror viewfinder only has 95% accuracy, whereas on the 80D, it's 100% accurate. The second difference would be the maximum continuous shooting speed. The 7070 maxes out at 6 frames per second, 1 FPS lower than the 80D and even the 70D. So in this aspect, it is inferior even to the 70D. The battery used is also of a lower specification on the 7070. The 7070 uses a LPE17 battery, whereas on the 80D and the 70D use LPE6 batteries. Now, the E17 battery is found on the 750D and the 760D, and it is of a much lower capacity. It is about 800 mAh less than the E6, so expect much shorter battery life on the 7070. Or if you own a 60D, 70D, 80D, even a 5D, you cannot share batteries with the 7070. The maximum shutter speed on the 7070 is also Rebel standard. It's maxed out at 1/4000th of a second, whereby in this line of cameras, it's usually 1/8000th of a second. The maximum flash sync speed as well, it's 1/200th of a second compared to 1/250th of a second of the 70D and the 80D. The layout of the 7070 is also a little different compared to cameras in this lineup. The navigation pad appears to be a 4-way navigation pad as opposed to a 8-way navigation pad typically found in this line of cameras. The toggle between stills and video mode is also no longer around the live view button. It's more like the Rebel cameras where it's on the power switch. However, the 7070 does have Bluetooth in addition to Wi-Fi. Now, the 70D and the 80D both have Wi-Fi, but they do not have Bluetooth. Apart from that, Canon also advertised a 5-way digital image stabilization for the 7070. That is most definitely not going to be the same 5-axis sensor shift technology you see in cameras such as the Sony a7S II. Given that it's mentioned to be digital, it's probably the kind of image stabilization you get in some smartphones. It's probably going to be software based, whereby it crops in your image and shifts the frame around to make up for your camera shake. Apart from that, everything else seems identical to the 80D. It has the same 45-point AF system. It's too early to say whether the low light performance is going to be improved on the 7070 because the 7070 is not widely available yet. Personally, I'd rather fork out the extra $200 and go straight for the 80D. So that's pretty much it for today, everybody. Let me know if there's anything I missed out. If you have any questions, any comments, just post them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.